Welcome back to the Indy Boys Racing Podcast. How are we doing today out there, everybody? It's a great episode today, episode number 37. And I know what you're thinking. If you're on the YouTube version, you're only seeing two of us today. You're seeing myself and my co-host, Justin Cox. Daniel Chaney, he's sick today, does not have a voice, so we're going to go ahead and just give him a little bit of a break today. But just me and Jay on the show today. My name is Tristan Grider, amazing co-host Justin Cox. Justin, how are you doing today, man?
I'm great, man. I hit the gym earlier this morning, did some homework, went to class, and kind of just chilled out because this morning was kind of busy. But now we're here. We're doing the podcast. Let's get it going. Texas was... it was
Texas was interesting.
Yeah. It was only interesting because of all the tire problems, I guess.
We're going to talk tires for sure, guys, in this episode. Going to talk tires, Texas, and Tyler Reddick. We're going to talk all the motorsport media news. And we're going to have a new game for you guys today before we go into our predictions. Episode 37. We got a lot to talk about today. But first thing I want to talk about before we go into motorsport media is that I officially, guys, I know we talked about it with our interview with Stingray. And I talked about how I had never had gotten COVID before.
Dang.
I had COVID. It was terrible. My first time I've ever had it. Woke up on Tuesday morning and couldn't taste. And I still can't smell. So that's cool. I'm going to have to do some life hacks and try to figure out how to get my smell back. But otherwise, my voice sounds a little strained. You guys know what that's from. It's from me coughing up an absolute storm. But otherwise, you know, it is what it is. Jed, you got any fun stories from the week before we get into the episode?
Not really. I mean, no, not really. I guess on last Friday, I did a call for the Elite Racing Network. So I want to give a shout out to them because that was pretty fun. I commentated with Rish, and that was really, really fun. What a cool guy. And yeah, so I mean, that's all I can really say. I had a lot of fun doing that. So go check out the Elite Racing Network and make sure you subscribe to them on YouTube and check out their iRacing content.
Yeah, and actually both me and Jay commentated for the Elite Racing Network. I did it on Wednesday night for the NASCAR Cup race at the Charlotte Roval, which was actually won by former and I guess current IndyCar driver RC Anderson.
Nice. And
that was pretty cool to call a win. Interviewed him, super nice guy. And Jay, who ended up winning the IndyCar race that you covered?
It was Pinheiro. His name was Pinheiro. I can't remember his first name. Adrian Pinheiro is what his name was. Yeah.
Yeah, cool. But yeah, guys, check out the Elite Racing Network. They're super nice guys. So yeah, go ahead and check out their YouTube channel. We'll link it in our YouTube down below.
Yep.
But all right, guys, let's go ahead and get into it. Motorsport media. Okay, I'm going to start with IndyCar today because Daniel's not here, so we're going to get the IndyCar news out of the way because that's the least amount of news that we have. So, as I mentioned earlier, RC Anderson, I interviewed him after his win at the Charlotte Roval on the Elite Racing League, iRacing. And during his interview, he teased that he's been doing a lot of iRacing recently because he is probably going to be racing in IndyCar next season. Nice. RC Anderson teased a full-time ride in an interview with myself, yours truly. That's pretty cool, not going to lie.
That is pretty cool.
Like, he broke the news to me.
Yeah.
So, RC Anderson could be going full-time next season. Don't know what series he would be in, what car or team he would be in. I would assume it would be an AJ Foyt seat, possibly, I don't know.
Juncos?
Maybe in...
Juncos?
Could be Juncos.
Juncos? Maybe Juncos?
I really don't know. I really don't know. But RC Anderson, guys, that's super sick.
Oh, yeah.
Second thing. Chip Ganassi Racing and Jimmy Johnson have announced that he will not return to full-time racing in 2023. Now, what does this mean for CGR? Chip Ganassi Racing will most likely be only 3 full-time cars next season, kind of like a Team Penske, sort of scaling back. I think will be good for them.
Oh yeah.
However, I do fully expect us to see a 4th and maybe a 5th entry in the 500 for CGR. Tony Kanaan's most likely going to run another 500 after a podium finish, as he should.
Yeah.
And I could
only
see
fair.
Jimmy Johnson coming back for the Indy 500 because Jimmy has stated that he is going to run no more than 10 bucket list events next season. Some of these events I could see him doing is possibly the Le Mans, possibly in that Project 56 car that or Garage
True.
56 car that the Cup Series will that Cup is doing. I could see him being one of those drivers. He's talked about maybe wanting to do the Rolex 24. But the one that I see him doing, and the one that is most likely, is the Indy 500 Coca-Cola 600 double. I think we could see Jimmy Johnson become the 5th, possibly 6th, because Kyle Busch is probably going to do it next season, possibly 6th driver to race in the both of those events in the same day. So that's super cool.
That was about to be my question to you. Do you think Kyle Busch will do it too? And we'll have double Cup drivers?
100%. I wrote an article about that literally today for Burnout, which will probably be up by the time that you guys are listening to this episode. Go ahead and check out all of our NASCAR work on burnoutsports.com.
Mm-hmm.
But it's probably going to be Jimmy and Kyle Busch both doing the double, which I think is the first time in history that we'll have 2 drivers do the double on the same day.
Right.
So, and if there's any driver that I could see completing the double, it's Kyle Busch.
That's crazy.
So, just saying.
Yeah.
But that's the IndyCar news. For Indy Lights, HMD earlier, we've been talking about it for a couple weeks. They have 8 full-time cars next season. That's what they're doing. Insanity. They have announced their 2nd full-time driver for next season, which is Christian Bogle. So Christian Bogle will race full-time for HMD in 2023. Speaking of HMD, shout out to our buddy David Malukas. Happy 21st birthday, my friend.
My guy.
Happy freaking birthday. So ecstatic. So cool, man. Hopefully we can get him on the show soon, because he's our boy.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and go over to F1 really quick before we talk NASCAR. Jay, what you got for us?
So the first thing I had is not actually F1. It is supercars. And Shane Van Gisbergen has been kind of eyeing his take at trying to go for a NASCAR spot next season. I know it's kind of NASCAR, and that's normally Tristan's little area of expertise here, but Shane Van Gisbergen from Supercars, Australian V8 Supercars, the Repco Supercar Series, he's going to try and go to NASCAR. He's going to try it at least. So we don't know if it's going to be something serious or Project 91 or something like that, but yeah, it's going to be that'll be pretty cool to see Shane Van Gisbergen over in NASCAR, and that's going to be very exciting. And hopefully it'll bring more of an Australian audience to NASCAR as well. So that'll be pretty cool. But then the only thing I have for F1 is, or I have 2 things actually. So tomorrow, Alfa Romeo is being planned to make an announcement, and that announcement is probably going to be them re-signing Zhou Guanyu. And that's my take, at least. I could be completely wrong. They could bring Antonio Giovinazzi or someone back. Who knows? But who knows?
I doubt that.
Yeah, I know. But I believe it's gonna be Zhou Guanyu that shows up tomorrow. So
I mean, hey, they posted a picture of a tiger on their Instagram today, and I know, I don't believe what nationality is Zhou Guanyu. He's Chinese, correct?
Chinese, yes.
Yeah, and the tiger is very prominent in Chinese culture.
Yeah.
It's probably Zhou.
It's probably
which
Zhou.
would be cool. Because I see him as their franchise driver for the future. Bottas is probably on his way out of F1. So,
yeah.
I mean, hey, you never know.
And then I wouldn't say biggest news, but the biggest news from the past week is that Nicholas Latifi is not going to be returning with Williams for the foreseeable future. That is a good thing.
But he's Nick Latifi, man. But I might buy a diecast.
But at the same time,
I might buy a Nick Latifi diecast just to have.
But at the same time, he's Nicholas Latifi.
Yeah, he's Nicholas Latifi. He's the worst driver in F1.
But yeah,
that being said, he could totally go to IndyCar and dominate.
yeah,
I'm just saying.
he's 21st out of 20 drivers. Just let that sink in.
Yeah, you ain't. Yeah.
If
Nick
Nico,
DeVries really went in the exact same equipment and got points.
if Nico Hulkenberg finished better earlier in the season for Aston Martin, he would be 22nd out of 22 drivers. That's crazy. That's crazy. But I don't know. Which actually, if Latifi didn't run more races than Hulkenberg, he would be 22nd. But because Hulkenberg was ahead of him for a while.
Did you see the what was it? The meme on Twitter, and it was the Williams, Nick, if you finish if you finish 20th in points, we're kicking you out of the seat. Latifi finished gets 21st. That made me laugh so hard.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's gonna be sad to see Latifi go just because of the memes and the fandom.
Yeah.
But he needs to be out of F1, and I bet you we see him in Formula E next season.
I don't even know where he's gonna go, to be honest. So
he might be an engineer. He might be a reserve driver or something.
Who knows? But yeah, that's all I got for Supercars F1. So yeah, Tristan,
NASCAR.
Go back to NASCAR.
Yeah, let's go to Xfinity, guys. Colleague Racing has an announcement set up for October 5th. Many people are speculating that this will be a Cup Series and Xfinity Series announcement. Some of the rumors are that Colleague Racing could expand to 4 cars next season in the Xfinity Series. This one I don't personally think is going to happen, mainly because I think AJ Allmendinger is going to the Cup Series next season full time. Again, that's one of my things for Cup is that AJ Allmendinger could be back in Cup full time for Colleague next season because Colleague Racing has not found a full-time second driver.
Right.
Because they lost out on Kyle Busch.
Yeah.
So I think AJ could be full-time in that 16 next season because they want that car to be full-time. Sorry, guys. My voice is dying really quick. I need to take some water.
That would be pretty cool, though. I do think that would be cool to see AJ back full-time in Cup. I would love to see AJ full-time in Cup.
But personally, I think that this could be Chandler Smith going to the Xfinity Series. Oh. There has been talks. Chandler Smith has talked about that he has an announcement.
Yeah.
And Chandler Smith is probably going to be the driver that gets to boot at Toyota because not enough spots at Toyota. Chandler Smith, while he is an incredible driver and is probably not the franchise right now at Kyle Busch Motorsports, as that's John Hunter Nemechek, Chandler Smith has had a better year. I could see Chandler Smith leaving Toyota, kind of like how Daniel Hemrick left Toyota. And I think that Chandler Smith's going to Colleague, man. I think he's going to be in the probably the 16 or the 14, the 11, the 10. I don't know. He'll be in a Colleague Racing car next season. That's my guess.
That's fair an assumption.
My second Xfinity Series news. Reddit is going to sponsor Ryan Vargas at Talladega in an extremely beautiful scheme. I'm part of NASCAR Reddit. So is Jay.
Yes, sir.
It's kind of cool to see something that we interact with a lot on a Cup car. I'm not going to be featured on the back of it. I'm not paying the money to be on the back of the Ryan Vargas car. But I just think it's cool. You're going to see Reddit colors. That diecast is going to sell, and it's going to sell well.
Definitely.
Excited for it. All right, let's go to the Cup Series side. Already talked about AJ Allmendinger. Ty Gibbs is going to run double duty for the remainder of the season with 2311 Racing if he is needed. There is a possibility that Kurt Busch will come back in the final couple races of the season. I highly doubt that'll happen. I think we see Ty Gibbs in the 23 for the remainder of the year. Junior Motorsports could race in the Cup Series next season. Currently, Dale Jr. and everyone behind Junior Motorsports are weighing the options to see if it is smart to invest in a Cup Series spot right now. But the Cup Series has been going through the business model to see if the charter system makes sense and everything. So there's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes. But if it is a done deal, I think probably the driver would be Justin Allgaier. He's been with Junior Motorsports the longest, and since Gragson is going to Petty GMS, I think Allgaier will be that guy over there.
That's fair.
That's all I got, guys, on the motorsport media side. Let's go ahead and go into race reviews.
All right.
Alrighty, guys. First thing we got to talk about is the Xfinity Series. A boring race. Absolutely boring race. But first thing we got to talk about, Noah Gragson went 4 in a row, has tied an Xfinity Series record for wins in a row. Congratulations, Noah Gragson. What a season so far. He is Daniel's championship pick, and what a championship pick that it is. And I'm happy for him. Happy for him.
Oh yeah.
All right, let's talk Cup Series. Oh my goodness, I don't know where to start. So, I think we start from qualifying. We start at qualifying. Eric Jones has an issue. I don't believe it was a tire issue, but he had an issue in qualifying, and that made me kind of think, oh, coming out of turn 4 is not going to be very fun on Sunday. So that was an issue by itself. But Brad Keselowski gets the pole for RFK.
Yeah.
Super sick for Brad Keselowski. I'm going to go through a list of names really quick, and you're going to be shocked, Jay, when you hear all the names I'm about to list, because there's a lot of drivers. Are you ready for this?
Okay.
All right. Alex Bowman, Kyle Busch,
Are you
Cole
talking about
Custer,
tires? Okay, tires.
Christopher Bell, Cody Ware, Christopher Bell again, Chase Elliott, Kevin Harvick, Martin Truex Jr., Chris Buescher, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., and Chris Buescher again. All of these were blown tire incidents.
Yeah. So
All of them.
I had a little piece from Rodney Childers on Twitter. He's the crew chief for Kevin Harvick, actually. So basically, he put out a tweet earlier today with a note, and he's talking about the track and the compounds and stuff. But he's saying that it's not necessarily, in a way, the tire. So he goes, make the back of the car where it makes, so this is like in short, so it's a little quicker for this segment. He goes, make the back of the car where it makes max downforce at a higher height, which means like you can raise or lower the car to a certain degree, because like I think right now they have them limited to a certain they have them limited to a certain how far back they can sit the car on the rear, so that way they don't set them too far down. And I think from what I read earlier in that is that the teams can't sit it low enough to where they can make the tire pressures high enough, or would it be high enough or low enough? I think it would be high enough for them to actually counteract in a way, so that way the tires wouldn't blow out as fast. This is what it was, the limiter rule. It has caused nothing but issues this entire year. It'll make every team run more air in the tires, and some of the reason the racing isn't as good at some tracks. Drivers aren't going to race door to door when they're scared to death through 3 and 4. So basically, the limiter rule is what I was just referring to, was they can't set the car lower or higher on the back end. They have to set it at a certain limit, which is what Rodney Childers actually described. And then his third bullet point was make the tires more durable. It can't be like a knife edge, which we're not letting Goodyear get away with this, because it's been a problem all year. It's been a problem at all the intermediate tracks all year. So we can't let Goodyear keep getting away with this. If Daniel was here, he would say that.
Yeah, it's just a whole thing with the tires, and NASCAR's probably going to figure it out, but there's a lot of drivers on social media that are really pissed off. Kevin Harvick is the main one.
Yeah.
He put on Twitter today, the only race that should be above 500 miles is the Daytona 500, because technically, if this was a 400-mile race, Kevin Harvick would have won this thing. And I don't blame Kevin Harvick. I don't blame Martin Truex, but Kevin Harvick, Martin Truex, Chase Elliott, and I believe Kyle Busch all wrecked from the lead.
Yeah.
In this one,
a lot of guys.
The only one that was able to keep going was Harvick. Chase Elliott hit the wall so hard that it caused his car to his car got on fire. And speaking of cars hitting the wall, let's talk safety about these next-gen cars. Cody Ware took the hardest hit that the next-gen cars had this season. The hardest hit. If Kurt Busch can go and back into a wall and have a basic hit in a qualifying crash and have a concussion and be out for as long as he's been out for 10 races now.
Who knows what's wrong with Cody Ware?
Cody Ware was checked and released from the care center. He doesn't have a concussion or anything, but that's the hardest hit I have seen in a long time. I think that's the hardest hit I've seen since Ryan Newman. at Daytona in 2020.
That's fair.
Maybe Ryan Preece at Kansas in 2020 would be up there.
That's fair.
But Ryan Preece got out of that car and was perfectly fine.
Yeah.
That next gen car takes the hit that Ryan Preece took at Kansas.
It's a different story.
I'm not gonna lie to you. When Cody Ware hit that wall and like didn't get out of his car, and I saw the car going down pit road, I thought Cody was either knocked out or he was dead. Like it was a hard hit.
Yeah.
Cody got out of the car. He was shaken up. I believe I don't know if he fainted or anything, but he did fall as he was getting out of the car. He ended up just having some ankle soreness after he was checked and released from the care center. Ware is expected to race this weekend, so our thoughts and prayers are with the all of Rick Ware Racing and for Cody Ware. But
thinking about it right now, though, with Kurt Busch, when the cars hit backwards, your head is going to go backwards. So that makes more sense why Kurt Busch got a concussion and Cody Ware did not as well. So just thinking about that now. So, but yeah.
Yeah. But at the same time, I don't know if you've watched any in-car footage from like drivers that get hit. Did you just see the footage of Ricky Stenhouse Jr.
Yeah.
and like
I saw
his
that.
hits from my past? Like he just
so-
shakes around the car.
Yeah, it's
Like they shouldn't be able to do that. Like in these old cars, they didn't do that.
It's a different. He runs like a dirt style Hans device, is why his stuff does that.
Yeah.
I think Kyle Larson runs a similar Hans device. I'm not sure. This is all stuff I've read on Twitter.
I don't know for sure. I don't know for sure either. But it's just like I don't know. It just seems sketchy.
Yeah,
and
it's crazy.
But throughout all of the chaos, a new rivalry has been born between two of Jay's favorite drivers.
I literally have their flags right
they're-
there. That's so messed up.
All right, Jay, let's talk William Byron and Denny Hamlin. So under caution, we see, I believe it was Martin Truex Jr. had just blown a tire, hit the wall. Denny Hamlin was running, I believe, in the third position. Byron was running in the fourth position. Byron had got, I guess, put in the wall by Hamlin earlier.
Yeah.
And so under caution, Byron turns the 11. And the 11 does not get to regain his track position on the track. He ends up having to start in the 7th position in the following restart.
Right.
Words were said after the checkered flag waved. Byron personally doesn't believe that he did anything wrong. And Denny Hamlin has some more payback to give. And this time it's for the driver of the 24. So it makes me laugh because Denny Delivers, who's that guy that's on Twitter, that's like the major Denny Hamlin fan, put one of those old videos of Eric Estep in those old NASCAR stereotypes videos. Oh, those were so funny. And it was what's our motto here at Hendrick Motorsports? Stay away from the 11 car. That made me laugh so hard. And
that is funny.
But it's true. I mean, but Jay, what do you have to say, just as a Denny and Byron fan?
It's weird, man. Like, honestly, I don't necessarily think Denny meant to door him. It was something similar. I think it was kind of something similar to Logano. Or who was it at Darlington? It was Darlington. Was it Logano?
Logano and Byron, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I think it was something similar to that. I don't necessarily think in a way Denny meant to door him. Because after he doors him into the wall, then he jumps down the track. Like if you jump down the track away from someone, you're showing like, hey, like, because I do that on iRacing a lot. Like if I do run someone wide or something, and like I don't want them to retaliate against me, like I'll drive away from them because I don't want them to think I did that intentionally. So that's how I took Denny's move, by pulling away from Byron. So I was like, okay, I don't think he meant to do that, but I mean I can see where Byron is coming from. So I don't see that Byron doesn't have a reason to maybe bump him. I wouldn't say spin him, but he could definitely like tap him back. Because Denny did that earlier in the night with Kyle Larson. He bumped Kyle Larson in the rear because Kyle Larson raced him a little hard. So, but I think that it's probably going to be squashed because I think both of them are decent friends. I don't think they're like complete mortal enemies to each other to even begin with. Because I know they talk a lot, and I see them talking, and like I don't personally, but I see pictures and stuff of them talking and stuff, whatever. But like, I don't think it's gonna be really anything to come about. I think they'll probably talk about it, then drop it, let it go. But if it comes down to it, Denny will probably move Byron if it has to happen. So, but no, I don't know. We'll see what happens from here. I don't think there's a feud really.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. I don't know. It could have been a heat of the moment thing.
Right.
But Denny has a lot of payback to give because he has to get Chastain back again. We got to see him get Byron back now. Pretty soon, people are going to be putting Denny in the wall.
Yeah.
But I mean, hey, it is what it is. Let's talk about the winner of this race. For the fourth straight week, we have a non-playoff driver win. Technically, Tyler Reddick is a playoff driver, but no longer in the playoffs, so he does not affect the outcome of this round. Tyler Reddick, who is going for that fifth place position in points, takes the win, his third win of the season. Tyler Reddick's first win on an oval in the NASCAR Cup Series. I personally thought it was going to be at Homestead, but it gets it done at Texas. I still think he is the favorite for Homestead. But congratulations, Tyler Reddick, your third win of the season for the 8 car. The winningest season in Richard Childress history since 2011. Can you believe that?
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's insane.
That is insane. Wow.
2011, let me remind you who the drivers were for Richard Childress Racing.
Yeah.
Kevin Harvick, now driving with Stewart Haas Racing, won the championship in 2014. Jeff Burton, who was calling this race. Clint Boyer,
Yeah.
who calls the races for Fox.
Yeah.
29, 31, 33. And I'm forgetting if there was one more, but I think it might have been just in those.
I think it was only 3.
Yeah.
I don't think there was
Because the 3 wasn't the thing that season.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure it was just those 3 guys. But in 2011, all 3 of them got wins.
Yeah.
So, just saying,
Yeah.
it's crazy. It's crazy. And hey, congratulations, RCR. You're losing your dynasty driver, but you're getting a good one in Kyle.
Right.
So congratulations, Tyler Reddick. Let's go ahead, guys. We're going to go back to the main screen. We got a game to play for you guys. All right, guys. You hear the music going on in the background. It's going to be a great time. Jay's going to put some awesome music there in post. We're jamming out here. It's a good time. We have a new game for us. Say it with me. Guess that. Diecast. It's going to be awesome. So, me and Jay have both picked 2 diecast cars from our collection. I came up with this idea because one of my martial arts students today gave me 2 diecast cars just for free. And the cool part about these cars is that they're so unique. I've never seen these diecast cars before. And they're signed by the drivers that raced for them. So, my first one. We're about to do that. Jay has 10 questions for a limit. Jay also has 3 lifelines that he can use. These 3 lifelines are reveal the number, reveal the signature, and reveal the diecast car itself. Your goal is going to be to guess the driver that raced in this car. So Jay doesn't have do you have signatures on your diecast that you have picked?
No, I don't have signatures on the ones.
Well, Jay will come up with a third lifeline for me, but this is going to be a fun game. Jay, go ahead and you can start with the series.
Okay. I'm gonna guess NASCAR.
It is a NASCAR. That is one question for Jay. Question 2.
Present.
It is not a current driver in NASCAR.
Okay. Are they popular?
They're not.
Oh, this is gonna be crazy.
But you should know. You should know who this driver is.
Let's ask mid 2000s.
Yes, he was in the 2000s.
Okay.
I believe he raced in the Cup Series until 2012. Do you want to use one of your lifelines? Do you want to reveal the number?
I would like to reveal the number.
The number on this diecast is the number 39. However, he is more famous for driving another number, which I will also reveal to you, as 12.
Oh, so Ryan Newman.
It is not Ryan Newman. Ryan Newman raced in the Cup Series until 2021.
Wow, you're right. Oh my God. What?
Mhm.
Can you reveal the signature?
I can reveal the signature. This is the signature in the top of the car.
Oh, who is that?
All right, we are on to question number 5.
Is his
Actually, I
last
believe this
name
is 6, actually.
is his last name Wallace?
No, it is not Wallace.
Oh, dude, this is hard. This one's hard. I'm on question what? 6?
This will be question 7.
7. Okay. Is the manufacturer Ford?
The manufacturer is not Ford. The manufacturer, I will tell you, is Dodge.
Oh, shoot.
And
This is hard.
this driver raced for a Dodge team pretty much his whole career.
What the heck? Until 2012, he drove 12 and...
He's very famous for driving the 12.
Is it Jerry Mayfield?
It is not Jeremy Mayfield.
What? Jerry Mayfield.
Would you
drove the
like
12.
another? Jeremy Mayfield did drive the 12.
That's what
Would you like another hint? This one's a pretty big hint. This will be question number 8.
Okay, let's do it.
Your big hint is that he drove for Team Penske.
Oh my God, this is so hard. I mean, if you drove the 12, I already knew it was Penske, but freak, dude.
A black car. He drove a black car.
He drove it until 20. Bro, I'm like 12. Can I ask? Can you reveal the diecast as the
I
last-
can reveal the diecast. This is the full diecast. I believe this was a Daytona 500 car.
Can I see the signature again?
Yes, you can.
Oh. It's a J. It's a J at the beginning.
It is not a J at the beginning.
What?
His first initial is D.
Dude, I don't know. I give up on this one. I have no idea.
You give up.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you're giving up on this. He drove the number 12 car, Verizon. He drove this car in 2009 and in 2008 in the NASCAR Cup Series. He took over, actually just 2009. David Strimmy drove this car, the number 39.
What?
I've never seen this car before, and it's an absolutely dope one to add to my collection. Number 39, I'm going to do some research on this car, but David Strimmy, he drove for Team Penske. I don't even know what team this is. Number 39, but it's a Nextel Cup Series car, so I'm guessing this was one of David Strimmy's original like starts in the Cup Series, but yeah, number 39 Comet, David Strimmy.
Wow. Okay.
It's a pretty cool one.
All right, my turn.
Yes, sir.
Okay. You ready to go whenever?
I am ready.
All right.
Is it a NASCAR car?
Yes.
Is it a Cup Series car?
Yes.
Okay. What's my third lifeline? So I have so I get reveal the number,
The team.
reveal the team. Okay, I like that. Okay, so it's a Cup Series car. I'm on to question number 3. Is it a current diecast or a current driver?
Yeah, it is a current driver.
Okay. Current driver. Do they drive a Toyota?
Yes.
Ooh, that lowers it a lot. Oh, but they might be. Did they drive a Toyota at this time? Oof.
Okay, so your third lifeline is the sponsor on the car.
I like that. I like that a little bit more. Okay, so it's a current driver. They drive for Toyota in the Cup Series. Do they drive for Joe Gibbs Racing?
Yes.
Okay. That lowers it down a lot. on question number 5 or 6, I believe. Can I use one of my lifelines? Can I reveal the number?
Yes, you can actually. I'm trying not to reveal too much.
Okay, 19. Okay, 19. Martin Truex Jr.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
All right. All right. Show off that diecast, Jay.
Okay. It's in the box still, but this is primarily for our YouTube viewers, I guess. But it's the 19 auto owners. I think you ran this at Martinsville a few times. So, yeah, pretty cool.
Sick diecast there.
Yeah. My next one is
All right.
my next one might stump you. So, I'm just saying. I had to do an easy one and a hard one, so.
I think you actually might get this next one.
Okay.
I will tell you, this is a NASCAR Busch Series car.
Okay.
So, lower tier series. This is a very popular driver.
It's Busch Series.
This is a popular driver. He was popular. Didn't really turn out. Ran a couple Cup Series rides, but was definitely featured on Darian Gilliam's NASCAR Busts. So, I will tell you it is a NASCAR Busch Series car because I think you're going to need all 10 of your questions.
Okay. Is it a Chevy?
No.
So that means... Because what manufacturers did they run in Busch?
At that time, there was
Ford and Dodge?
Ford and Dodge.
Okay, so...
And Pontiac, but this is not a Pontiac.
Okay, so this is like throwback. So like
I think this car is probably 2003, if I had to guess.
Oh my god.
Maybe 2004.
This is a real test. Can I?
But you know the driver.
Can I reveal?
You do know it.
Can I reveal the number?
Yes, the number is 64. However, he is more known for driving the 66.
Is it Morgan Shepherd?
It is not Morgan Shepherd.
What team did he drive for?
This team is Rusty Wallace Incorporated.
What? Okay.
Or Rusty Wallace Racing, whatever Rusty Wallace's team was.
Oh, okay. What the heck? What can I see the signature?
Yes, you can. I will reveal the signature. If you can see that.
It's kind of got a glare.
There you go.
Oh my god, dude, this is hard.
It's hard.
Dude, I have no idea. I honestly,
I will give you a major clue.
I genuinely have no idea who that is.
You may have mentioned this driver in your previous guess for Strimmy.
Kenny Wallace?
Not Kenny Wallace, no. I will give you a clue. This is a Wallace.
It's not Bubba.
It's someone that is in the Rusty Wallace family.
Kenny,
There we go. I'll tell you that much.
Kenny Rusty. Oh, who's the other one? I know who the third Wallace is. It's not Kenny. It's not Rusty. So it's this guy. What's his name? Wallace. What's his name? Mike? Is it Mike?
It's not Mike Wallace, no.
Bro, what's his name? Oh my god.
This is the son of NASCAR Hall of Famer Rusty Wallace. Would you like to reveal the diecast, sir?
Is it Kenny?
It's not Kenny Wallace, no.
Did I say Kenny already? I think I said Kenny.
You already did,
Okay.
so I'm not counting that.
Dude, I can't remember his name, bro.
Have you given up?
Kenny, Rusty, and... Steve?
Stephen Wallace.
What the heck, dude?
Yes, Stephen Wallace, NASCAR bust, son of Rusty Wallace, and this incredible, I'm guessing 2004 diecast. Jackson Roscoe Foundation was the sponsor. Stephen Wallace, autographed number 64 Busch Series diecast.
Those were both not easy. I'm just
I
saying.
know. I wanted to do them just because they were so obscure.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Okay.
Next time we do this game, it'll be a little bit easier.
Okay. So my final
Classic.
one. You go whenever
Right.
you feel like it.
All right. Is it an Indy car?
No.
The NASCAR again, I'm guessing.
Yes.
Okay, so that's my second question already. Is this a Cup Series car?
It is a Winston Series car.
Oh, crap. Okay. Winston. Okay, so the Winston Cup Series was from 1971 until 2003. Is this a NASCAR champion?
Yes.
Okay. That narrows it down a lot. Did this driver win a Daytona 500?
Yes.
Okay, that lowers it down also a lot. Champion, and they've won the Daytona 500. Are they still racing?
No.
Okay, so it's not Harvick, and it's not Kurt Busch. Got it. Is this driver a team owner?
He was.
Was a team owner. Okay. NASCAR champion from the Winston Cup Series area was a team owner.
For this one, I'll reveal, for your third hint, I'll reveal the top of this thing, and you can see it.
Can I reveal the number?
Damn, you're gonna guess this. 3.
Okay. Is it Austin Dillon? Is it Dale Earnhardt?
Yeah.
All right, let's see it. Let's see this diecast.
This is his, I believe, Coke 600 car, the red Coke 600.
I gave you that car.
Yeah.
I bought that for
Yeah.
you. That's awesome. I love
With the
that.
sick card. Yeah. So that's
Yeah,
fun.
man. That's awesome. You should have said. You shouldn't have let me get the number there. That's awesome. All right, guys. Hey, if you guys liked this little diecast thing, I'm gonna show off the diecasts again. Number 39, David Stramy. He's gonna show off his number 19, Martin Truex Jr. That's super sick. Go ahead and show off some of your favorite diecast cars that you guys have in your collection. NASCAR, Cup, Xfinity, trucks, IndyCar, F1, whatever diecast you guys want to show us. We got plenty of diecast, and we're gonna probably play this again. It's a pretty fun game. So, if I do say so myself, let's go ahead, go into predictions. All right, Jay.
Okay, so give me just a moment here because this didn't pop up, but we're good. Oh yeah, so now we're good. So last week, Tristan was the only one who got another point. Tristan is now at 18. I'm still at 20. Daniel is at 19. So we are all neck and neck coming to the end of the racing season. Who is going?
Wait, how many points do I have now?
18.
And how many points do you, Daniel, have?
19.
And you have 20.
20.
I'm back in it, baby.
Yep.
Let's freaking go.
So last week, Tristan got his pick right with Gragson and the Xfinity Series. We all got our cup wrong, and we got the group pick wrong. So there is that. So I think this week we should start off with some Formula 1 because they are in Singapore. And I wanted to give a little crazy throwback here for this race weekend for F1 because the last time we were in Singapore, Sebastian Vettel was with Ferrari and he won that race, 2019. Toro Rosso was the name of AlphaTauri. Sainz was with McLaren. Renault and Force India were both teams. Romain Grosjean was in F1. And Alexander Albon was with Red Bull. And that's only in 2019. That's how much it's changed since the last time we were in Singapore.
Man.
That's crazy.
I mean, Perez was still with Force India back then.
Yeah.
Daniel Ricciardo was with Renault. That's
so
insane.
crazy. So, so Tristan, do you want to go first with your podium picks
Yeah,
for
I'll share
Singapore
my
GP.
podium pick and I'll share Daniel's.
Okay.
My first pick for Singapore is a guy that is a winner this season. But I'm not picking Max this week. I'm not picking Max. I'm gonna go with Carlos Sainz for my winner this week. It
Okay.
is interesting. Um, Second pick, I'm gonna go Max Verstappen. In my third pick, I'm gonna go with George Russell. So
Interesting picks.
Carlos Sainz is my first pick. I don't know. I just feel like Sainz is gonna have a good weekend.
Okay.
So
Okay. What's Daniel's?
Daniels is Verstappen for his winner, Russell for his second place, and Checo for his third pick.
That's crazy. Okay.
I don't know Singapore really, so
So the last time we were here in 2019, Ferrari dominated this race, but this was 2019 though. This was not current Ferrari. And this was with Sebastian Vettel and Charles Leclerc. So, I'm not gonna go with Ferrari. I'm gonna say Max wins, but I am gonna go with Charles Leclerc finishing second, and I'm gonna go with Sergio Perez finishing third.
actually, can I adjust mine to being Charles Leclerc winning, Carlos Sainz second, and Max in P3?
Yeah, that's fine.
I just remembered Charles Leclerc existed.
Yeah. So yeah, there's that. Tristan, you want to take us through NASCAR now?
Yeah, let's go ahead and go NASCAR because we're going Dega this weekend, baby. It's going to be some chaos at Talladega. Trucks pick. I'm going to give you Daniels really quick.
Okay.
For the trucks, he's picking Stuart Friesen. I don't really like the pick of Stuart Friesen, but hey, it's Daniels and it's not mine, so I don't really care.
That's a fair.
My pick for the truck series. This one's it's tricky because it's Talladega and anything can happen.
And it's the truck.
And it's the truck series where anything can happen. I'm going to check and see if he's racing. He is racing. Jordan Anderson. That is my pick this weekend for the truck series.
Okay.
Just because I want to see it happen. I just want to see it happen.
I'm
Him.
I'm going to go with. I'm looking at one guy and one guy in particular. I think I'm gonna have to go with. Might not be. I'm gonna go with Ryan Preece.
It's a good one. And if it's okay with you, Jay, our group pick could be in the truck series this week.
That's fine.
That's cool with you?
Yeah.
100 laps, 250 miles. This guy has won at Talladega before. He's actually won this season. His name is Parker Kligerman.
Ooh. Good. Okay.
I think that could be a fun one.
Yeah.
A lot of guys racing in this one. We got Natalie Decker racing in this one. Brett Holmes is going to return. Brian Duzat, never heard of him. As Jay mentioned, Ryan Preece is in this one. Kaz Gralla racing in this one. Jennifer Jo Cobb is going to come back. And then we're also seeing Jason White race. Timothy Vaines is going to try to qualify. Clay Greenfield. A lot of names. And the fan favorite Timmy Hill. So hopefully Timmy wins Talladega.
Oh, yeah.
Timmy wins Talladega.
Timmy wins.
Love to see it. Let's do Xfinity Series. Daniel is picking Noah Gragson.
Okay.
That bitch.
That's funny.
I scored last week with the Gragson pick. Mine's gonna be a little crazy because I see that he is racing this week. He's in the number 18 car.
Damn you! I was going with Trevor Bayne.
Trevor Bayne.
I'm going.
You can pick Trevor Bayne too if you
Bayne.
want.
I'm going Trevor Bayne too.
Yeah. It's his final race this season for Joe Gibbs Racing, and I think he's gonna go out on top.
Yeah. Okay, now Cup Series.
Cup Series, guys. Talladega Cup Series. One pick, one underdog. This is going to be insanity at Talladega Superspeedway. Do we see a 20th winner? If it's going to happen, it's going to happen this weekend. My first pick. This one's tough. It's really tough because I really thought Bubba Wallace was going to win this one. But since he won at Kansas, I don't think he's going to be pushing to win this one as much. My first pick, and I think he locks himself into the next round with it, is Daniel Suarez.
Okay.
That's my first pick. My second pick, I've been calling this for a while now. And now that I've seen this team get top 10 after top 10, top 5 after top 5, they have a win this season. Hot streak. They've gotten a pole. So a win and a pole in a row. I think we see another win from this team. 6th super speedway race of the season. 6 more races in the season. I'm going with the 6 car. Yeah. Brad Keselowski. That's my pick. That's my underdog. And I think that's a really big underdog. But at the same time, Brad's been running top 10 all season. Not all season. That's a lie. He's been running top 5 for the past, top 10 for the past, 10 weeks. So I like that pick. I like the Brad pick.
Okay.
Jay, where are you going?
Tell me Daniel's first.
Oh, yeah. Daniel is going with Ross Chastain for his first pick,
Okay.
and which is crazy. And his second pick, he is going with Corey LaJoie for his wild card, which I don't hate. I do not hate that pick.
Okay. So currently I'm looking at the playoff bubble, and I'm looking at guys that are safe and guys that aren't safe. I think a lot of guys that aren't safe are going to be trying to win. Currently, a guy that's not safe that I could see winning this weekend. Let's go with... I'm going to copy my picks from last week. I'm going to go Ryan Blaney.
Okay.
And I'm going to go my underdog as Christopher Bell.
Hey, Bell needs a good weekend after a crappy one last week.
That's why I'm going with
I
Bell.
can see that happening. Remember, guys, you can always follow along with our predictions on social media. And I also go through some other race predictions on burnoutsports.com. But I am going to say it here. It almost happened with the rain delay at Texas. And I was praying for my extra point. It almost happened. It's gonna happen.
Is it gonna happen?
I really want it to. But guys, do not be surprised if we see that Love's Travel Stop 34 in Victory Lane this weekend. I want it to happen. And if I want it to happen, it's gonna happen.
Okay.
That's all I'm gonna say. Let's go ahead and go back to the main screen as we're going to close this episode out. Thank you guys so much for listening to the Indy Boys Racing Podcast. I know just me and Jay today, so you have to deal with a little bit of that. Thanks for dealing with my voice being completely gone. I'd be coughing right now. Oh my goodness. Absolutely terrible. Jay, take it away. I have to drink water.
Okay, so as we close out this episode of the Indy Boys Racing Podcast, make sure you check us out on YouTube, on Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube. I think I said YouTube already, but I don't know. Tell your grandmas about us. Tell your moms. Tell your dads. Tell your uncles. Tell your aunts. Tell your tias. Tell your tios. Tell everyone that you can. So, yeah, I don't know. But...
go ahead and follow us on social medias at Indy Boys Podcast on Twitter, Instagram,
it's
TikTok.
scrolling through right here to my left right now.
It's scrolling, guys. Come on. It's been there the entire episode. Go ahead and check out MarionPhoenix.com. They support the show a lot. Check out BurnoutSports.com for exclusive Indy Boys content, exclusive articles by yours truly and by Tony Donahue. Check out the Burnout Bets show. Check out the IndyCar show. Check out all that fun stuff. We love it. We love it. Check out that amazing shirt that Jay's wearing right there. Go to IndyBoysMerch.com. Use code IndyBoys. Get 10% off your purchase. By the way, guys, speaking of IndyBoys.com, the Dalton Kellett hats officially have came in, so those orders will be just getting sent out. So if you ordered an Indy Boys certified Dalton Kellett moment hat, those get sent out this week. So get excited, guys. If you get your hat, send us a picture of it on social media. We'll retweet you. It'll be beautiful. Signing off for Justin Cox, my name is Tristan Grider. Have a good one, guys. Peace! Man, who's ready for some Talladega nights?